time we've ever had a Korean going to win it as well. A couple of little stats as we get set to go into this best of 5. Armani, spawned in the lower left hand corner, part of Samsung Galaxy of course. The red Zerg player. And the pink Zerg player is going to be Solar in the upper right hand corner. Also representing Samsung Galaxy, so Samsung Galaxy clean sweep of top 2 here. And let's see what they've got planned for us here in our final the evening. Again, looks as though we've got a slow start with just a couple of pool first. So guys, we've already hit one target today, which was 700 followers in Twitch, and in fact we didn't just hit that, we absolutely smashed it. And again, big thank you to everyone who helped us achieve that. Our other goal for today is to hit 400 Twitter followers. So if you don't follow us on Twitter and you kind of like watching StarCraft and you want to see when we're live with things, go to @SC2_improve, hit a follow button on Twitter, and we would really appreciate it. We want to hit 400. We're going to try our hardest and see what happens. So Solar taking his hatchery moments after Armani took his, as a gas is on the way for Armani, but Solar already has his gas up, so slight just difference in build here. Gas then hatch for Solar, and the hatch then gas for Armani. So Solar has a slight gas advantage. It's actually starting to increase quite a bit. It's about 64 gas advantage here, so nothing too major, nothing we're going to look at and go, he's going to win because he's going to just win with speed. No, so it's nothing too major, and he actually pulls out of gas exactly on 100, so just getting speed, no rush to get a baneling nest or anything like that. That's it. So Queen pops out and it's going to start injecting here, and that's the same on the other side of the map as well. As Armani, is he going to stay in gas? Maybe he will here. He's on 100. Yes, he is. So he is going to play. He is going to. Okay, he's going to stay in gas. He starts up his speed, so he's going to get a bit of a faster baneling nest here, which suggests if either of these guys are going to be aggressive, it's going to be Armani who will be the aggressor, while Solar will sit back in defense. So see what happens. Bunch of lings on the way out for Solar actually. This isn't what I was expecting, and he may look to try and end this quite early with a bit of a ling flood. He's starting to hide these lings in the back of his natural. Now this is something we can't see quite a lot because of the fact he pulled out of that gas, but yeah, interesting to see that he's going to keep on making these lings. It looks as though, wow, look at this, we actually see a Roach-Roaring for Armani, so he's continued to mine gas to go for a Roach-Roaring. But Solar's going to move across the map here very, very quickly and very suddenly. And Armani isn't going to be able to make roaches for a little while. And when he makes roaches, he's only going to be able to make about, I'd like to say 6 to 7. Is that going to be enough to stop these lings from just wrapping around them and killing them off? Unless he makes them all in the same place. I don't know if it will be. Queen's blocking the ramps. Drones evacuate the natural. Roach-Roaring's about to finish. Lings are already on the way. Lings are just going to try and break through these queens. And, well, do either of these queens have a transfuse? No, they do not. So they're just going to try and stay alive and block for as long as they can. Roaches are now on the way. 3 roaches, and now a couple more as well. So 5 roaches altogether here as these lings start to move forward. But, well, they're just going to take down that spine crawler that's building. It looks as though Solar just has way too much. But you've got to remember, Armani is going to have units spawning here in just a minute. And he's even on drones up until just now. But now he's actually starting to take a lot of damage in these roaches, and Solar even dances the Zerglings. And, wow, that's to his teammate as well, dancing the Zerglings. 12 workers ahead at this point, done a lot of damage. Now he just gets out of there as he puts up his own Roach-Roaring, and he's just in such a good economical position that even though he can't really do too much, he's just so far ahead. Like, he can just make his own roaches and win this game because he's got more economy, he's got better injects because he's killed the queens of his opponent. And Solar here looks as though he's going to keep getting more workers. Another one goes down now. 13 drones for Armani to 31 for Solar, and I mean, that's just this game just completely in Solar's hands. Just from start to finish, wasn't even a question about it. It's not over yet, but I mean, it may as well be, as Solar just has that big of an advantage at this point. It's very hard to imagine Armani would be able to come back from this. He can't counterattack, because if he does, Lings come in and counter-attack his natural again. And Sola's prepared for that as well. He's got a spine crawler up, he's making his own roaches. And Armani just going to go into a lair while continuing to drone, but Sola not being caught off guard, just droning himself, making sure he keeps this 15 worker gap between him and his opponent. And Sola just backing off with these Lings, being very, very active with them. The map control on either side is very, very good, so either player will see anything that happens. I don't know what Armani's going to do with his lair. I mean, he can get roach speed, I suppose, but that's about it. He really just needs his economy, and I mean, Sola's got his own lair on the way. No evolution chambers just yet. He's on 3 gases, so I'd be surprised if he swapped out approaches. That'd be crazy if he suddenly went Mutalisks. Pretty much, well, I'm pretty sure we've never seen a pro game do that in ZVZ, and he actually does have an evolution chamber up. So he just starts as +1. His roaches are starting to mass on up at the natural, and again, that I can't say it enough. That economy advantage he has is going to pay dividends for him very, very soon. He's just taking the lead in every way. He's going to take a 3rd base now, moving a drone over there to get that going. And again, that's just another advantage which is just going to start racking up for him here. As he, again, moves forward with these Lings, sees a few roaches, not as many as he has himself, and he starts up his roach speed, so most likely he'll just attack when roach speed finishes with +1 and just try to end the game then. His opponent Armani is going into Spire, so I said, you know, you never see roaches into the Spire, but Armani's realizing he has to do something a little bit desperate here. He has to do something which will just help him out, and that option is going to be the Spire. And try and just catch Sola off guard with the Mutalisks, but I don't see how he's going to ever be able to hold this roach aggression which is going to come across the map, especially now he's going to lose some of his own roaches here. These Lings wrapping around, and again, roaches in small numbers, they're not the best against Zerglings, especially out on the map. You can see now he's backing off to the tower, and this becomes much better for him now. And as Sola gets one more roach, he will back off, the rest of the reinforcements coming in. But well, Sola scouted the Spire. I mean, he's got an Overseer up. He's seen the lair. Where is the Spire? Yes, he has. So I mean, Sola even knows that the Spire's up on the way. And he's just marching across the map with these roaches. It's going to be game over for game number 1, guys. Don't want to kill the hype, but I mean the worker count is even because Armani doesn't have the units. That early advantage coming through for Sola, and a very aggressive game 1. Dancing the